What's with SK's attitude towards you?
I don't know. It seems to be that he has like a perfectly legitimate reason to be pretty pissed off at you, considering you have done nothing to acknowledge the criticism you have been facing since the entire Terriers debacle began. But do go on.
My good man, I am at this point such a veteran of the internet that I can't even keep track of all the horrible, monstrous things I've done that people hate me for.
Okay, let's see. Nearly drove Southpaw to suicide because you kept taking him out of context and painting him to be a bad asshole. You have platformed a lot of really heinous people in your videos and your streams while also pushing Southpaw away because he had the audacity to criticize Civil War. The list goes on. It goes on. And you haven't really acknowledged any of these things, despite given multitudes of chances to do so by now. But once again, go on.
Funny, I saw a quote.
Me neither.
I think it was a super chat that was like in a different stream that we haven't gotten to yet. Maybe we will, but it said something like, I tried to recommend EFAP to a couple of different sort of reviewy friends and stuff, and they were all just like, "What the fuck? Why would you ever watch that?" Like there's a horrible show, and that the person recommending was just confused because everything they were saying was just like, "Wait, they don't do that, or that, or that," and I was just like, "Yeah, we're kind of at that position on the internet at this point." Rare that the people who absolutely despise us can ever like summarize the show with any kind of accuracy. But
you have got to be shitting me.
Oh, really? Like, how Southpaw actually described the show in detail to you multiple times with arguments to discount your bad arguments that were built on not great information that you consistently fumbled the ball on whenever you tried to describe them to anyone. And this wasn't even the first time you did it. You did it with Avatar The Last Airbender, too. It's verifiable that you fucked up a lot of info on that one, and you took that same approach when it went to Terriers, but because nobody knew about Terriers, people were able to take your word for it, even though you basically did the same damn thing that got the entire EFAP fan base riled up whenever you went so hard against Avatar The Last Airbender.
that's not really our problem. I mean, we're just going to carry on, because I like talking about stuff.
Yeah. Some people don't care about the truth. They just go by the first thing they hear on Twitter and they just run with it, and that's that.
Because you went to a farm, you imbecile! Get back here! Smell like bitch in here! All y'all smell like this to me!
Oh, pot, meat kettle. He says you're black. Fuck off. You guys do not care about the truth. If you cared about the truth, this entire situation would have been resolved a year plus ago. None of this would be going on. You wouldn't get a bunch of people spamming you on Twitter to try to at least do something to acknowledge the situation. The fact that this is mainly the biggest acknowledgement of the entire situation that we've gotten ever since it came to its quote-unquote resolution. Since, in that time, SK released his video where he was also giving you decent props for trying to handle the situation better. You have done nothing to support that assertion, which has led him and Southpaw in particular to go, okay, maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't care about the truth. Maybe you never cared about the truth. You were just mad and petty that someone had the audacity to criticize one of your favorite movies, even though they had references to support it. And then you decided to tear down this person's, also one of their favorite TV shows, just because you couldn't stand to see that person be happy. I'm sorry if that seems like an uncharitable explanation of your character, but that's what you're painting yourself as, asshole. So until you actually come to a deep retrospective of yourself, a lot of people like me, SK, Southpaw, we're all going to be dogging on you because you refuse to acknowledge the truth. You refuse to acknowledge what you did, your wrongdoings. You have not publicly apologized. You have not tried to come at this with any good faith interpretation, and that has led you to the situation where you're at right now. Right now. You are right here, right now, in the worst spot imaginable. It is your fault. Your fucking fault. Not Southpaw's, not SK's, not anybody who criticizes you. You're making Jack Saint look like he was right, and it seems like he was. I don't want to say that. I don't like Jack, but apparently he was right. If this is the way that you're going to be fucking acting because someone had the audacity to think differently than you.
And I will
So-
say that's no surprise. That's like how
Yeah,
things have been
such is
going
the
now for a
internet, you know.
couple years. Even maybe if I should say even coming up to like 10 years. That's just been any way you can to dismiss someone whose ideas fucking annoy you. You do it.
Wow. Just wow. This is. Oh god. Yeah, this is pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. This is the best they got. They're never going to acknowledge this. I'm at the point where I thought maybe they would get pissed off enough that they would actually do a full-on acknowledgement, actually try to trace their steps, have a debate with someone. But no, they're not going to. They're never going to. All cowardly assholes. They don't want to own up to their mistakes. They don't want to apologize. They just want to double, triple, quadruple down. Because their egos are super inflated. Wow. I can't believe I used to look up to these guys. I can't believe I devoted so much of my time making content in tribute to them. This entire situation's fucked. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, with Southpaw and SK, when they fucked up, they were able to, say something positive, do something positive after that, apologize, have some deep retrospection. For you guys, that retrospection is in order for you, and it has been literal years overdue. And this attitude is why it's probably never happening. It's never coming. Because you're just that close-minded. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's not try to help out anyone else. Let's just be a dick. God damn. You guys suck.
Have an EFAP where we can discuss some of them. Naturally. Wolf's perspective is that he kind of hates the show now and thinks it's garbage, and that Zuko is almost as badly written as Kylo Ren. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh,
Hey, Mark, how'd it go in there?